Welcome back to another episode of Last Hour Survival 3 Return. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully everyone's having an absolutely incredible day of the most amazing variety that only keeps on getting better from here on out. Today, we got quite the incredible day lined up for all of you boys and girls out there. First off, we got 2 raids, and let me just say, we got some really good loot awaiting us, so I cannot wait for that. But we also are due for a trip to the swamp, and not to mention something that's gonna blow your socks off that I cannot wait to dive into either. But now, for the time being, we're gonna run over to the limestone cliffs. We're gonna be getting a little bit cheeky here with how we travel to the swamp. This is actually a little bit of a trick that I picked up, and well, usually to travel to the swamp, you gotta drive there, right? With your ATV. Here's the thing, the ATV, it uses a lot, and I mean a lot of gas, but there is a way with which you can ball on a budget. And that's what we're gonna be doing over here, because once you actually leave your own base, kind of what you can do is actually just keep on siphoning fuel, just like that. I'm drinking up my entire water supply, I don't care. We got just a little sliver of gas left over, and we do need these car batteries and stuff in the ATV as well. We got just a little sliver of gas left. You can't actually leave your home base unless you have, like, I think 50 gas or something in your fuel tank, right? Right now, we're like 5. So we're doing really good, all things considered, because all that we gotta do now is travel to our desired location of the red zone. We're gonna run out of gas along the way, but as long as you begin driving over to these zones, you're good to go, because you cannot normally just run to one of these zones, to my knowledge. At least, I don't know, maybe I'm absolutely crazy. I'll double check over here once we land in the swamp. I'll see if maybe you can run over there. But regardless, it's a great way of saving on that ATV gas money, you know, because these gas prices, man, mama, they're just going up or something like that. But yeah, as you guys can see, you can't just drive over, like, you can't just run there. You do need to begin by driving. So we do have that kind of figured out, which is not too nifty. Like, you guys can see, we can drive back home, but we can't drive over there. But that's besides the point. The point is, we got a date with the wild bogs, where things are going to be extremely dangerous, but the resources are going to be extremely awesome. And this is where we will, hello Swamplota, I will go ahead and hit you with the Sawblade Mace. Woo! Let's not let that hit connect on me, okay? Okay, thank you for the cooperation. Appreciate it, matey. And yeah, we obviously did bring the Sawblade Mace. As y'all can see, we're gonna be trying to use it to the best of our ability. And well, we gotta try and find the best part of the swamp location. We gotta find that excavator here in just a little bit. Oh, the Screaker. Let's go ahead and take you out there, lady. Goodbye to you. And I'm gonna wait for our Sawblade Mace over here to continue regenerating, because I just want to use these saw blades to take out as many enemies as possible. I want to save our gun supply for some of the tougher cookies we are going to be battling. We just gotta watch out for when this man starts bringing out, woo, his melee moves. But it's okay. I'll use the pistol over there because we only had to do like 12 damage. Pistol does 20. So it kind of buffs out a little bit there. But definitely bringing a couple of melee weapons is going to be super nice for being sneaky deaky on some of these lads. Why don't we whip out the machete over here and do that carry-on in. We'll go ahead and try to save the Sawblade Mace for some of the tougher enemies. And I think there is actually, it's impossible to see right here, but shouts out to the radar. We got some loot over here and nothing too incredible, but some water, which I do not mind because I need that. And hello, dude, these swamp bloaters, man, they catch whiff of us so freaking early in the grand scheme of things. Let's go ahead and try to do a number on you. And luckily for us, oh my god, 120 damage. I love when this thing does a critical, man. That's glorious. But we do also have a pair of rubber boots on, so we walk significantly faster in the swamps. We're literally faster than the zombies that grew up in the swamps. Like, that's the type of speed we're talking about, y'all. And all right, I do see a couple more candidates for sneak attacks. Oh, I did forget to bring a gas mask for mining sulfur, though. Oof, little bit of an L. But hopefully everything else we do over here is gonna be a big old W. There we go, sneak attack on the Blota and Sawblade to finish him off. And then I'll just get some melee attacks over into this Blota over here. We'll just do him in. Honestly, after 2 more attacks, he'll be donezo. Oh, make that one. We got the critical to line things up even nicer. But as soon as we do get that excavator that I'm talking about, right? Okay, let's just boop, big hit and finish him from there. Don't want to get screeked at by the screaker. Ah, there she blows, lads. There is the excavator. So we have found the location of this thing, and this is where it's gonna be getting kind of interesting. And by interesting, I mean it's gonna be getting fugly. Things are gonna be getting rough. Oh, hello, someone's chasing me. Oh my god, why is there two of you? What did I do to deserve this? Okay, hold up. Let's bring a melee weapon back out here. That should make things a little bit niftier. I'm not trying to use guns on both of you schmucks, you know? That's gonna be a bit obnoxious. So I'll hit that dude with the slow-mo to try to get a couple of hits off on this guy. Dude, I wonder if I could get them to melee attack each other. Oh, I should have tried a little bit harder to get that to become reality. And then let's saw blade mace him. And goodbye to you. Yeah, I don't know where those two swamp loaders came from, but good thing we took care of them now. Let's go and grab this battery. Let's get to excavating, and then let's get to this incredible new thing that I was talking about. Cause, y'all, when you see me, when you see what we got in store, you're gonna be like, oh my goodness gracious, Star, you're a mad lad. I love it. And I know, I love it as well. All right, let's go and heal up a little bit. Let's make sure that we got 2 full durability pistols. Honestly, for traveling in the swamps, we are traveling pretty light right now. Usually, we bring a lot, and I mean a lot more, well, just high-tier weapons versus what we have. Yo, that's not cool, Tater! He just popped up out of nowhere. Utter shenanigans. But if I'm not, what? They're just appearing! Honestly, I don't think they're appearing. I think that they are literally emerging from the swamp because you can't see under this thing anyway. But here we have the excavator that I was talking about, y'all. And, well, we want to begin the excavation. And then we want to get out. We want to get as far away from that as possible. Because what's going to happen is that a lot of enemies are going to go to where that obnoxiously loud noise is being created. But if we stay away, we actually are not going to encounter as many enemies. Although this is still quite a few enemies, may I add. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah. Okay, so we obviously got to deal with a good chunk of them, to say the least. Holy guacamole. Oh my god, this is a bit better. This is a bit more than just a good chunk. This is a sizable portion. Oh my god. Dude, if this was a dinner, this could freaking serve 3. That's how big we're talking. But let's take out the Screaker, take out the Carrion. And I think once that initial wave is taken care of, usually what actually happens is that a lot more zombies will continue to appear and swarm the excavator due to its obnoxious loudness. But as long as you stay away from the excavator, you can usually, you don't have to encounter as many people at once, which is definitely helpful. Now, I might as well continue adventuring a little bit, take out a couple of the other zombies. Are you serious, swamp loaders appeared on the edge of the map? Shenanigans, I tell you. But we can continue kind of roaming around here on the outskirts and taking dudes down, because we still yet to even begin actually harvesting the resources. Oh my goodness gracious. I think that guy just spawned. I think that Carrion was like stuck inside of this tank or put in tarnation. But we can definitely start taking out a couple of enemies. Maybe even a little bit of basic resource harvesting. Always down to give me some of this. Because sometimes this like does not even spawn in large quantities. This is a little bit of pita. A little bit of pita. Like pita bread. Or pita from the Hunger Games. A little bit of pita though. And this is useful in a variety of recipes. And we can even use it back at home to create the most efficient type of fuel in the game. So obviously I want to collect as much as possible. It's literally the only resource that requires a shovel too, which makes it a little bit unique as well. Just overall, super, super cool. And well, we're getting a taste of it, lads. We're also making sure to collect all of these things that we can so we can get corn seeds and ideally some other stuff along the way. I think it drops, what's the other thing it drops? It's the thing that we got to use our hydroponics table on. I forget the name of it though. Hey, and the excavator is done excavating, so all that we got now is a date with about 50 zombies at once, so we're gonna have to speed date a little bit to make it happen. But hey, listen, y'all, I'm ready for a challenge. Let's go and eat that up. Already up to 9 peep. You'll love to see it. And oh, we got a little bit of loot up here. Might as well grab that. You can kind of see that under the fog. Not the fog, but the swampiness of the swamp. Oh yeah, they're coming. They are coming. I really wish I brought me a shotgun this time around, but at least it's not a huge portion of enemies. They all appear to be relatively chill, except for the Carrion. The Carrion, it's like a carry-on, you know, that you bring to a plane. No, maybe, who knows? I would not want to carry that dude on with me though. That might be a train wreck. But the carry-on is a little bit annoying just due to how quickly, how far away he can attack you from. He does a decent chunk of damage too. Just overall low-key a nightmare. But the excavator zombies have been dealt with. We got this thing over here. We're gonna bring it over to the ATV, and then I think it's gonna be time for us to begin harvesting, because we've taken out most, if not all, of the swamp zone. So I believe our time for collecting ash logs, the sulfur ore, we got a little bit of lead inside of this freaking crate, along with corn, all that type of jazz. That time will soon be upon us. But now for the time being, let's just go and toss this in the back of the ATV to cap off this very successful, if you ask me, resource run that we are off to kick today off with. Bloop. Let's go and toss that in the back over there. And let's begin that harvesting. A little bit of good news, y'all. We actually had in our inventory, not our inventory, our inbox, a hazmat helmet that we can go ahead and toss on. And that's just gonna be helpful because now, when we harvest some of these sulfur, I just went ahead and harvested one of each resource at the very least. So when we go ahead and begin auto harvesting, well, we ain't gotta do a thing, but we don't only gotta worry about our dude harvesting the good stuff. I really hope, by the way, that I brought enough hatchets. We might need to grab another one from our inbox. Shouts out to the freaking battle passes of these past seasons because we built up a nifty little stockpile of the things. But as this is going on, the time is nigh, ladies and gentlemen. Boom! This right here is what I was talking about, and I cannot believe my eyeballs. This was posted by the Last Day on Earth developers on all their social medias and whatnot, aka Kafir. And what this is, your eyes do not deceive you. It's a sneak peek of something coming in Season 5. They had a caption with it that there's gonna be a big boom in Season 5, and what we're seeing in this image is exactly that. We are seeing the mythical mortar weapon / item. This is something that has been being teased for quite a long time. We'll go ahead and actually show it off in game here in just a second as well. But first things first, I want to break down exactly what we are seeing. And by the looks of it, there's also something else to take away from this image. And that's that pickup truck over there is going to be reappearing, wrong type of appearance as well. That is the exact same truck that we last saw in Season 3 when we were defending Fort Moss. That's the truck that the survivors kind of had. That was their go-to vehicle, so by the looks of it, we might be seeing a return of those survivors. Maybe we'll see them appear at Nick Sandy's house. Maybe they'll appear over at the gas station where they're building a freaking borderline town at that point. There's a lot of big stuff going on, and let me just say, this is just like, oh my god, like between all the stuff we know about Season 5 so far, we're getting zombie bears, we're getting what appears to be like a freaking abandoned cave / mine. There was another big announcement that's just slipping my mind right now, but then on top of that, we're also getting this, oh yeah, we're getting the New Year's trials and a gladiator arena at Nick Sandy's house, and now the mortar, which by the sounds of it, we're actually going to be able to use in some capacity, whether that be us being able to literally craft it and use it ourselves, or if we're gonna be able to like find it and pick it up, set it up, however that might be, maybe loot it from some rare loot like a floppy crate or something, and it's some sort of a weapon that we get to set up in the field, or maybe it's just like something specific to some kind of a new event. Because this is a winter zone of some sort. Obviously that pickup truck is visible there, so this might very well be some sort of a new winter event, or maybe this could be outside of that abandoned mine / cave image that we did see earlier as well. Definitely a couple possibilities regarding what could be going on, but a lot of them are really good. My money's on this being a look at some sort of a new event or something like that. That's definitely the vibe that I'm getting from this image, because we've never really seen a pickup truck appear at a winter zone. Nor do I think that it'd be showing off just a random winter zone. I think this is a special type of winter zone that's gonna be some kind of a new event. And I don't know, best case scenario, man, it'd be awesome too if that pickup truck isn't just the AIs, but what if we ourselves actually get the ability to use that pickup truck as a vehicle? I've been wanting that pickup truck to be usable by us for such a long time, and maybe this might even tie in with the gas station settlement because they actually had a pickup truck of some sort there before as well. So definitely a couple possibilities where that pickup truck could be originating from and how it could tie in to the mortar. But dude, long story short, this is going to be incredible using this thing. Now to show you guys why this is extra exciting, you're gonna need to follow me over here to our inbox, where at the very bottom, literally the second to last thing that you can possibly craft, the mortar, which by the way has the caption, "For serious clan wars and sieges, covers with fire completely." So, I don't think we're gonna be getting into a clan war since this does not look to be a multiplayer update. And by the sounds of it, I mean, if it's for some kind of a siege, we might have some sort of a massive attack of some sort that we are going to be partaking in. You know, maybe attacking some kind of a massive base in the distance that we can't exactly see in that image that we were showing off. Whatever it is, we know for a fact that the mortar is literally an item. So this isn't just gonna be some kind of decoration, something that is only gonna be available like in the field that we come across, right? Like there's a chance that this is something we will be able to craft, loot, and set up ourselves. And then, not to mention the way that this would work is being able to freaking rain down fire with high explosive shells on enemies from a distance, potentially on fortifications in the distance. Like, dude, it might be some kind of like a freaking massive base attack or something that we get to partake in. That would be an incredible event. Being able to literally attack a massive base using a mortar and just kind of like doing a ton of damage. And whoa. Oh, he just did a little bit of damage to me. Not cool, bro. Calm down there, man. How's our inventory looking? Still looking good with all the durabilities and stuff like that. Just want to make sure. Oh, mama, what is that? Oh, hello, big one. What are you doing, buddy? Okay, there's a swamp big one and he's levitating across the ground. Bro, what? He looks completely different in the swamp. Not cool, man. I was going to try to harvest some more resources. But, well, we only do 2 damage a pop to him right now. I didn't really come with my big one killing kit, aka an AK with a bayonet, and the baseball bat with the bleeding modifications. So I think we might need a dip, y'all, but oh my god, how much damage does this guy do? What is this big one? I kind of want to see. 20 damage, so yeah, he levitates though. Dude, that's fascinating. How does he move in the swamp? Oh, he still levitates. Okay, I gotta go. My mom's calling me. She just made meatballs and pasta. I'm sorry, big one. We can go back to our play date later. But yeah, I got meatballs and pasta to eat. But now that we're in a bit more of a calm environment, back to that gripping topic at hand, bro. This mortar is seriously gonna be insane, and I really hope it's something that we can get ourselves. I don't think we can like set it up at base and use it to protect ourselves. Like it's definitely gonna be some sort of a massive offensive weapon, and the fact that we saw the pickup truck, we saw the mortar, I think it might literally be like some kind of a base attack we get to partake in, which would be such a cool event, may I add. Literally attacking potentially like a huge raider fort, raining down on it with mortar fire. I don't know how we're gonna be able to fire the thing though, you know? How we're gonna be able to actually like aim it from a distance unless it like super zooms out on top of it so we can actually see where we're aiming. Regardless, this is looking big, and I mean, it might confirm the existence of tungsten, but I think that's a little bit unlikely. Either the mortar recipe is gonna change, or it's not gonna be craftable, and it's something that we have to loot and find, or it's something that we'll only find existing in the world. So for example, maybe we go to this new event that we're seeing, and we just see a mortar like already set up that we get to interact with, you know? But regardless, this is huge, and this has me so freaking excited for what else Season 5 has in store, because regardless of how we use this mortar, man, it's going to be fun. That goes without saying, and hopefully we can loot it and save it, and whatever event this ties into as well is gonna be interesting to see. But there you boys and girls have it, the mortar that I most definitely wanted to break down for y'all, because it is quite the notable thing, if you ask me. But speaking of notable things, we got some notable raids that we gotta go on. So we're gonna go home, we're gonna drop off some of our loot, free up some inventory room. We didn't get everything we wanted, but we did get quite a few ash logs and stuff, so not end of world, pretty cool still. And I'm gonna go ahead and take off that hazmat helmet. I'm gonna probably swap out our boots, and overall, holy guacamole, dude, that is an adventure and a half to get back home from the swamp. And then the raiding begins. One raid full of just raiding, the other one full of revenge. And raiding too. Full of revenge raiding. Yeah, that makes sense. So, well, yeah, I'll prepare for those raids and talk to y'all in a sec. I'd have to toss it on this pair of SWAT boots and putting the rubber boots away to save that for our next swamp trip, because literally that is the only reason I will ever take out those rubber boots whenever it's the swamps involved, because literally their special power is that you literally move faster in the swamps, because usually if you walk in the swamps, like the actual like boggy area, like the water area of the swamp, dude, you don't even want to know. Like, oh, that just starts to get fogly because you are slower than snail, okay? But now we are faster than snail. We are like a snail turtle rabbit hybrid. Absolutely glorious. And as you guys can tell from our inventory, we ideally are gonna have enough to get what we need from this raid if we play our cards right. And what we need is gonna be some really good stuff. So without further ado, raid number 1 is about to be underway. And we will begin with my man, God is a Gamer. Oh, Mr. Rest Stop. That's the first time it's appeared today. So honestly, it'll probably appear again later. And I'm committed to raiding, so we're gonna go and get to doing that on the lickety splickety ASAPs. And as we are doing that, like I'm saying about this mortar, like obviously we've talked plenty about it. I've definitely given more than my 10 cents. I've given more than my 2 cents, probably closer to like 10 cents at this point, maybe even $1. All right, but this mortar just, dude, season 5 is shaping up to be epic. This mortar is just gonna be its own freaking awesomeness, and I want to hear from you boys and girls what y'all think of this mortar, how you think it's gonna tie into the season. Is it gonna be an item that we can loot up and find ourselves? Do you think it's an item that maybe we'll find already set up and that we unfortunately can't grab or something by ourselves? Like, how do you think everything is going to come together? Make sure to let me know in that comment section down below, and a reminder that that comment is gonna put you 1/3 of the way into the weekly $25 Active Play Store gift card giveaway. All you gotta do as well is make sure the like button, make sure to subscribe, that will let you in on today's video. Y'all can go ahead and enter in on every single last day on Earth video. One Saturday rolls around, we'll pick a random video for the past week, pick a random comment from that random video, and that will be the winner for the week. And we'll go ahead and kick off a new weekly giveaway that exact same Saturday as well, so make sure you stay tuned with that notification bell. Hit it without further ado. Bada bing, bada boom. We are into this base, and whoa! The gun shelf itself already has my attention. Let's freaking go. That's an M16, that's a VSS, that's some shotgun rain. And this is only scratching the surface of what this base has in store for us. We still got quite a few notable chests to break into, so let's go and break into them. But yeah, best of luck to y'all in that weekly giveaway. Make sure to have the notification bell hit to stay in the loop with all the epicness coming your lads and lassies' way. Not just with the giveaway, not just with killing some zombies, but we're also, of course, staying up to date with last day on Earth. As soon as any type of new info comes out, we're spreading it to y'all's eyes and ears on the lickety split, making sure y'all know exactly what is going on, what is coming, and of course, as soon as the update itself comes out, we're checking that out absolutely ASAP and having an absolutely glorious time, and also sending zombie heads flying, having an absolutely glorious time checking out those new updates and showing off all that they have to offer. And that notification bell is a great way to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest of the survival games that we're checking out as well, because we are checking out some pretty freaking epic ones, bro. Okay, hold on. Let's wait for this buzzsaw to regenerate so we can take down this floater bloater rather efficiently. I love this saw blade mace mod. Honestly, like, I love my gun active skill mods, but the saw blade mace, dude, that's just a whole nother level. It's such an efficient melee weapon. It does so much damage in so little time. I love it. Wow, this chest has nothing. I hate it. No love there. No love. No, not today. How about now, though, with this chest over here? No love. No, not today. Come on, dude. One of these chests has to have some good stuff. Yeah, maybe it's the metal one. It is on a metal floor. That could be a sign it's special. Well, he's got mushrooms, iron, and coal. That is the most random assortment of 4 items I've ever seen. But we'll roll with it. Hopefully I can find some water sometime here soon, too. We are starting to get a little bit thirsty. Yowzes, nothing over there. Oh, we still got 1 chest to go, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie. 1 C4 for the weapons that we got. Already kind of happy with that trade, regardless of what happens. For now, hold up, though. I want to get a little bit of separation. As always, we want to deal with the fast biters first and foremost, and then we'll deal with the other schmucks from there. Just want to try to set, whatchamacall, minimize the amount of damage that we ourselves do take. Honestly, I should maybe like toss in a barrel roll sometime here and doing one pistol bullet and then just kind of taking these guys out with the help of, honestly, let's use the pistol there. We got a critical on him, so I'll definitely take that. And now all that we got to deal with is the Toxic Abomination and his floater bloater lackeys. So we'll continue doing that. And I'll go ahead and sprinkle in a little bit of pistol drizzle while dealing with these dudes too, just to expedite the process just a wee bit while our Saw Blade Mace regenerates. I don't want to spend freaking 50 years. Back in my day, I was still killing these zombies, and I'm still doing it. No, I don't want to be waiting 50 years to take out this wave. We'll expedite the process just a wee bit. And let's go and see what the final thing, the final chest that this base has in store for us. Is it going to be any good? I thought for sure that another one of these chests would be a hit, but woo! Okay, we found some stuff. I'm also dying of dehydration, so I'm just gonna grab everything that I humanly can. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, wrenches, I'm a fan of that. He's got a freaking key, man. That's how you know it's a good base, when you find a freaking key in it. Let's make sure that we do not die. I guess I'll eat up a couple of mushrooms here to prevent myself from dying of thirst. Yes, when in doubt, just eat some mushrooms, bro. That's the moral of the story here, I think. Yes, definitely the moral. Most moralist. And I'll go and toss a couple of things away into our chopper. This is not a revenge raid, so the raiders will ask for their fair share of things. So we're gonna put away all them valuable things that we are coming across, of which there are a decent amount. Okay, we're dying a good amount here. I'm gonna go ahead and use up a little bit of that. We'll continue putting away some of our more rare metals that we came across. And all right, all in all, I think we got a lot of the more valuable stuff nice and tucked away. Let's go and see what we got within this chest over here, so we can go ahead and fill out our inventory with dude, 20 cameras, 20 batteries, not too shabby. I mean, I have a lot of those back at home, but I would not mind grabbing more. Honestly, I'll grab the rope over that, and with that, I'm gonna skedaddle out of this base. Thank you so much for the hospitality. God is a gamer. You, my friend. I mean, after the gun shelf, things kind of fell off a little bit, but all in all, that gun shelf itself was very nice. And ooh, we got an airdrop we could go to, and the rest stop is still kicking. Honestly, I probably should go home, put some loot away before we go to the rest stop, so I'm gonna do that. Goodbye, God is a gamer. Thank you for the hospitality, mate. Absolutely appreciative of it. Then we got a rest stop we could go ahead and venture on over to. And all right, we got some stuff put away, and we got no time to spare because that rest stop event was starting to run a little bit low on the timer, so we gotta go over there ASAP, and hopefully it's still there. Otherwise, I'm just gonna start preparing for the raid, but hopefully, no, go away. We gotta drive. Whoa! Gonna make it there just in the nick of time. However, let us make this a bit more high stress of a situation. If we die at this event, we are not gonna be able to get back here before it despawns. So, potato, tomato, tomato. Things are gonna be getting dangerous. But speaking of dangerous, we've been having quite some dangerous yet fun times with some of the other survival games we're checking out. So definitely make sure to check out the 7 Days to Die series, This Land Is My Land series, and other survival games coming within the next couple of days as well. We got some really cool stuff coming up that I think y'all will be enjoying. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But seriously, it's been awesome checking out freaking starting the 7 Days to Die series back up. This Land Is My Land has been an awesome adventure too. Just tons of great things happening. Hopefully y'all have been enjoying them as well, just like I'm about to enjoy. Murdering these survivors. See you later, survivor gators. Oh my goodness gracious. Of course, the deer runs in the way. That deer just loves to die. Hello, survivor. We getting into a melee battle. Guess what? I'm winning. Oh, I won so hard I disintegrated his armor. That's not at all what I wanted. Hey, where are the other dead dudes? One there. Oh, they like died on top of each other. That's tricky. I'm gonna go and delete your clothes and your backpack so I don't have to loot you anymore. Because now, yeah, we should just be able to get that once we kind of loot everything off his body. Marvelous. I don't really care about that other stuff that he dropped. This, okay, I'll take the pistol, not gonna complain, but this event is probably one of the, out of the possible chopper events, I don't know, this, like, it's not my favorite. Let's freaking go, doesn't matter. Hey, I love you still, event. You're a great event. 10 out of 10 would event again. And definitely would siphon up some of that fuel, because we burned through quite a bit to get over here. Yeah, let's definitely go and empty all that out and use some more of these bottles. Oh, and spread a little bit of vitamin P. Marvelous. Absolutely magnificent. And with that nice and done, oh, we're starting to smell kind of bad. Shame. Just a shame. Hey, we're finding some good stuff over here. The choppers like always tend to have literally just like the best stuff imaginable out of everything. I'm a fan. And let's go and grab that. And what do you know? We have the perfect amount of empty water bottles to fill up on pretty much everything. We'll go and toss that into there. Star, why didn't you put that stuff away? I was in a rush. I wanted to get here before the event disappeared, and I was able to do that. And now I'm happy because, I mean, we picked up a full durability M16, some saw blade mace, some armors, the red ticket crates, gas, got a Glock 17. All in all, definitely a net positive type of day. But thank you guys for the hospitality and for keeping me warm here in this very deer-infested event. But alas, I must go. My people need me. And by that, I mean that raid. I need that raid. Yes, that's exactly what it is. And even though we might smell absolutely awful right now, we got a raid to tend to, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, I just want to make sure. Is there everything? Just we got it empty? Okay, just want to make sure that was empty. We got a raid to tend to, ladies and gentlemen. Raid number 2 to cap off what will hopefully be a pretty adventurous day. If you ask me, we got quite a lot of stuff done, visited our favorite rest stop event, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love going to the junkyard event, but the rest stop event just has a special place in my heart, because I don't really know how to describe it. It's just like, dude, the rest stop is just like, it tends to give you a good chunk of guns that tend to be decent durability. I feel like when we do like the junkyard event, now that we have our ATV built, it's a little bit less enticing. Still pretty good, but I don't know. But okay, regardless, we smell bad. Let's get a raid done and let's have some fun. And it appears that this is where we can go. Oh, they got the little welcome mat. How nice. We'll go ahead and break into that and see what's within door number 1. And that's gonna be almost everything. And then we can go and break into door number 2 over there. I'm not trying to break through the level 2 walls. That just seems completely unnecessary. So this base definitely pales into comparison of the epicness, yeah, that we saw over in the first one. Even like, don't get me wrong, the first one was small. Like, I love me some of those big old bases, especially because they tend to have quite a large stockpile of loot. But, I mean, listen, even if it's compact and has some really good stuff, like a couple of those really nice guns that we got, still a decent win, if you ask me. Also, there are spikes on this one, so we might not even need to use... Oh, I'll take that wrench. We might not even need to use our weapons at all. We might be able to do this raid entirely just with hatchets and stuff, and letting the zombies just die on spikes, so... That's a pretty nifty experience. I'd definitely mark that up in the win column if you ask me. But first things first, let's break into these chests. We should have plenty of noise to spare too. We got, ooh, a pistol into there. I'll go ahead, I'll grab everything once we actually break into all of the chests, because after we break into this one, another pistol. I think that's the one that we get from the raid itself, but whatchamacall. Now what I'm gonna do over here is, let's get a little bit of separation there. We just want to take this opportunity for hopefully all of these zombies to run into these spikes absolutely as much as possible. And take absolutely as much damage as possible as well. We took a little bit of damage there, but ideally, it will buff out because now the zombies will, there you go, drop dead on the spikes themselves. And luckily, when it comes to these guys, they're a little bit slower, so it's a little bit easier to outmaneuver them, especially because what we want to do is have them run all the way along these spikes. That's how you get some proper good kills there. And there you go, the first of the Flotablotas is dropped dead. And this guy should be dropping dead on that last set of spikes. Over there, let's go and break into this chest, and then we'll also be breaking into... I reckon we go and break into some of those wood... Oh, let's go, we got some wrenches, always a happy sight to see. And then we'll break into some of the workbenches that they have access to over here. Get a little bit of wood. Not too shabby. I'm surprised that there was not a... I'm surprised that a wave of zombies didn't just run up on us. Usually at like 44 or so noise, but... Okay, there they are. I was about to say, wow, they really are not interested. Not that I'm complaining, I'm just surprised is all. And alright, we want to stay as close to the spikes as possible, so hopefully as many of the zombies run into them as possible, because sometimes if you don't play your cards right, the zombies, like, they don't hug the spikes as tightly as they should. And wow, we had 10 health left, that was incredibly sketchy. Yeah, if you don't play your cards right, they just, like, don't hug it as tightly as they're supposed to, because they really need to hug the spikes tight. And all right, let's get one more little ring around the rosy done here. And on this next lap, we should start seeing those red dots on the mini-map disappear in front of our eyes. And I reckon with that, I don't think we got to deal with another wave after this, because I do want to break into some of these ironworking benches. These have the potential to be not too shabby. I mean, they can have like steel and copper inside of them if we're lucky. They got a little bit. Nothing super incredible though. And all right. With that, let's go and focus up on grabbing all that we can. I'll just go ahead and do take all for the time being. Oh, berry tea? Not the fan of that. I am a fan of the pistol that we got, though. This is definitely a okay raid, I will say. I don't know if it gets my approval, but it doesn't get my disapproval, because I didn't have to use a C4, and we got a gun out of it, not to mention some wrenches and other decent stuff, so pretty happy with how that turned out. And at this point, it's just going to be a matter of... Did I just accidentally put stuff away? No, don't do that. It's just going to be a matter of figuring out exactly what we want to take home with us out of all of the possibilities. Might grab a little bit of this wood just so we could repair our base. And there's not really anything super incredible that I'd rather take over wood. A lot of this stuff, like transistors and stuff, I have a really big stockpile of already. I mean, more the merrier, true. But at a certain point, man, I mean, like, our stockpile just, like, we start to run out of inventory room in our base. And, like, with stuff like wood, we can put that to use, like, instantly for some very viable upgrades. So, kind of down just grabbing some of those. And I'll probably just go and sort through this stuff and pick out exactly what I do want to bring home with me. But we definitely got the pistols and the wrenches and some of the big stuff like that. So I'll go ahead and get around to doing that. But with that said, with that done, that's gonna go to start bringing an end to this episode of Last Day on Earth Survival. Thank you guys a whole ton for watching. Have yourselves an awesome one, and I'll talk to you in the next one. See ya.